Researcher Matthew Killingsworth found that people are not paying attention to what they're doing almost half the time. Our minds wander constantly. We're ruminating about the past or worrying about the future. The same study also found that people were less happy when their mind was wandering. If they were thinking about something pleasant, then the happiness was about the same as when their mind wasn't wandering. But 27% of the time, people are thinking about something negative or neutral, and both of those lead to less happiness than being focused on the task. And it didn't matter what they were doing. They could be driving in traffic. The person focused on traffic was happier than the person driving and thinking about what they're going to have for dinner. Our minds have a couple of habits that were good for us when we're trying to survive in the jungle, but don't serve us well today. We have a tendency to be on the lookout for danger and to make meaning out of things, with a tendency to imagine danger. So if you notice the bushes rustling, you might imagine there's a tiger in there and your body tenses up to run away. That was good then, but now the boss calls a one-on-one meeting with you and you're freaking out, thinking you're about to get fired. It's not helpful. We're constantly telling stories about the past and the future, and those stories are usually faulty in logic and based on very little evidence. And we tend to follow our thoughts around and weave elaborate stories. You might have an entire conversation in your head with your boss about how they should give you one more chance to do better. Our faulty thinking leads to depression and anxiety. Cognitive behavioral therapy is very helpful in countering faulty thinking and reducing anxiety and depression. However, it doesn't address the problem of being constantly distracted and constantly following thoughts around. That's where mindfulness meditation comes in. Mindfulness meditation is about letting go of thoughts and being in the here and now. It was developed 2,500 years ago by the Buddha. But you don't have to be a Buddhist to practice mindfulness. It's not a religious practice, it's a discipline of the mind. Jon Kabat-Zinn is the researcher who first brought mindfulness into the lab in 1979 as a way to reduce anxiety, depression, and chronic pain. He defines mindfulness as the awareness that emerges through paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally, to things as they are. So, paying attention to things as they are. His 8-week mindfulness meditation course and other mindfulness-based programs have been shown to reduce stress, anxiety, depression, and chronic pain while increasing well-being. Let's talk about the main types of mindfulness meditation. In breathing meditation and other sitting meditation, you sit quietly and focus on an object of attention, usually your breath. You just notice your breath going in and out of your body. Not trying to control it, just watching it. While this is happening, thoughts and feelings are going to come up, and your job is to not follow them. You don't try to banish thoughts. That's impossible and counterproductive to try. You just notice thinking, and then return to your breath. You might say, return to center. And just because you're thinking doesn't mean you're failing at meditation. Thinking and noticing the thinking is a main part of the practice. Thoughts will come and go like clouds across the sky or like birds coming to a bird feeder. It's important to not judge yourself for your thinking and to be patient with yourself. It takes time for meditation to change your tendency to think too much. If a feeling comes up, like frustration, you can notice it as a feeling and return to center. There's a paradox in becoming good at meditation. If you strive to be great at it, you're guaranteed to fail. It's only by letting go of striving that you start to make progress. Your breath, as I said, is an object of attention, but you can have other objects of attention, like a candle, your hearing, or an om sound. The object of attention is there to keep your mind occupied so that thoughts are less likely to come up. In the body scan meditation, the object of meditation is your body. You would notice each part of your body one at a time, from your head all the way down to your toes. In the loving kindness meditation, you would practice being compassionate. You wish your loved ones to be well and free from suffering, and then you wish your neighbors to be well and free from suffering, and then difficult people to be well and free from suffering, and then yourself to be well and free from suffering. And then there's walking meditation or mindful activity. Here you practice really paying attention to your body and to the things near you as you do physical activities like brushing your teeth or washing the dishes or going for a walk. Thich Nhat Hanh has a couple of wonderful books guiding you through mindful activities. I recommend starting with Pieces Every Step. Jon Kabat-Zinn cautions that mindful activity will be very challenging unless you have a regular sitting practice. Let's do a short mindfulness meditation right now. If you'd rather not, you can skip ahead. The object of attention for this meditation will be the sounds around you. So sit upright with your feet on the floor, relax and close your eyes. And we're going to start with the sound of a bell. Notice the sounds around you. Sounds of nature, of traffic, of appliances in the house, the sounds of people going about their day, maybe the sound your own body makes. We're not wondering about these things or asking why or making up stories. We're just noticing all the sounds. And as you notice, thoughts will likely spring into your head. Just notice that you've had a thought, let it go, return to the sounds. Be patient with yourself. And now I'm going to be quiet. And now our 60-second meditation is complete. You can gently open your eyes. As I was preparing for this video, I was washing my hands and thinking about mindfully washing my hands and narrating it in my head for you guys. And then I realized that I wasn't mindfully washing my hands because I was doing all this thinking and narrating. And then I was thinking about how funny that was while I dried my hands, and I totally missed the experience of drying my hands. Mindfulness takes time to learn, so remember to be patient with yourself. There are two main training resources that I'd like to recommend. The first is Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction, which was developed by Jon Kabat-Zinn. He has a training you can take online. And if you happen to have a subscription to Masterclass, there's a wonderful training included there. The second resource is The Mindful Way Through Depression. This is a training via book, downloadable audiobook, and workbook, and it combines mindfulness training with training in cognitive behavioral therapy. So if you're depressed or have a tendency to get depressed, this is a great training for you. There are also mindfulness meditation apps that you can download. I recommend using ones based on good research. the UCLA Mindful app, and the Healthy Minds program app. I'm going to link to a bunch of resources in the description of this video, to articles and research, free meditations and apps, and to classes and instruction, some free and some paid. I would suggest starting out with some kind of training, whether that's in person, online, or from an audiobook. That's it. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more videos about being happy. Comments are always welcome. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.